Education matters now as last year's KCPE candidates continue joining their secondary schools of choice. Some parents continue to decry what they say is harsh economic times that threatens their children's academic future. Some arrived in various schools empty-handed, while others claimed sponsors let them down, placing school heads at crossroads. Some learners reported to schools where they were not placed, and due to a mishap in the National Education Management Information System, NEMIS. As Alan Ochanda reports, the admission exercise largely went on smoothly, with minor hitches reported.
Kwor Machaga was called the Kakuma refugee camp home throughout his childhood, was among the hundreds of learners who turned up for Form 1 admission here at Litein High School in Kericho County. Unlike his fellow learners, Kwor had nothing but zeal and determination to pursue secondary education, maybe to turn around his fortunes and that of his family.
Both my mom and dad passed on some years ago, and I remain as an orphan.
He scored 364 marks in last year's KCPE, and he says life in the camp is not for the faint-hearted. He had no fare or school fees, but reaching here, he says, is a score for him on his journey to becoming a lawyer.
My big dream in future, I want to study laws. I want to be a lawyer.
So I came and I approached the administration, and the administration came and requested the parents to contribute for his education, of which we are not badly, but we are still needed because he has to buy uniform, he has to pay school fees, and I've welcomed him to my house to be one of my family members.
A few counties away, we meet 13-year-old Wesley Owen. Owen has just arrived at Chavakali High School in Vihiga County. He scored 387 marks in last year's KCPE. Accompanied by his mother, Owen, who had been promised assistance but never materialized, is just hopeful he will be admitted.
Sasa mimi ilikuwa imefika siku ya kuleta mtoto, nimeng'ang'ana na mpaka nimefika. Sasa kufika pale kwa gate, nikaambiwa nipeane slip. Kwa hakika sijalipa hata shilingi moja. Sasa imebidi niende kwa mwalimu mkuu, nimweleze vile niko.
Chavakali ilikuwa my dream school. Sasa siwezi ingia vizuri juu ya school fees na hizo changamoto.
He still has a school fees challenge. But I'm taking responsibility to hold him in school as the parent gets back to Nairobi to see how she can get the full school fees so that she can come and clear with him.
A spot check in other schools revealed the exercise was fairly smooth, as parents, together with their children, braved the morning cold and turned up as early as 3 a.m. At Kakamega School in Kakamega County, a total 400 students have already booked themselves slots on the first day of admission, but challenges did not miss. Some parents claim sponsors delayed, but that did not stop them from showing up in the schools. Some students, on the other hand, shying away from schools where they were placed and instead reporting to their schools of choice.
And I think one of the challenges we're having is that some of those do not appear in the naming system. But we're working out to ensure that none of those students miss. So we are consulting with our superior officers, and they have indicated to us that we can proceed and admit, and then at a later stage we may work out procedurally to have those students captured in our names.
As the more than 1 million learners who sat for last year's KCPE continue joining their secondary schools of choice, the Ministry of Education's assurance of 100% transition remains a mirage for some learners whose parents continue grappling with the challenge of high school fees. Alan Ochanda, KTN News.
Well, that story by Alan Ochanda leads us to a fast commercial